Hello YouTube, how are ya? Welcome to Legitsky's Fixer Uppers. Today, I'm gonna show you how to repair an old ham radio. Psych! Today, I got a gameplay from myself and the bad guys versus Team Matchmaking, aka 8 of the nastiest, rawest, and filthiest kids to play Halo 3. Go ahead and read the blue team's roster on the stat board. Go right ahead. You already know we had our hands full with these guys. So grab your toolkit, listen to these instructions, and follow along very carefully. So off the rip, I'm gonna go left and I'm gonna grab the bubble shield. My push is to go for the laser, throw it down, and try to secure it. Behind me, I've got my boy Steven RG95 to grab those rockets and back me up in case any of these kids want to dance dirty on the landing. So we go ahead and land, and he's gonna shoot 2 rockets down, blasting Cody transferred as he goes for the push. I'm gonna bubble that laser since I have pretty good advantage here, and looks like Preston and Steven are gonna tango. Preston wins the fight, but Steven does get a trade here, and I've got Melo who lifted down to back me up. So I'm trying to see if I can help Melo. It doesn't really work out, so I make the conscious decision to rotate after I get news from Avoided and Steven that the keyhole is clear for me to rotate back. So now that I know it's safe, I can run back with this laser and decide what I want to do with it. So on this map, if you pick up the laser and you never drop it, it never respawns. I'm not going to go into huge detail with this, but basically you can control how and when this thing spawns to a certain degree. So in my situation, my goal here is just to hold on to this thing and get picks with it and blow up vehicles and basically just keep it in my hands and keep it out of play. So since no one's grabbing camo, no one's really using it, I feel like I could grab it and use it to rotate back as safely as possible. We had just played these guys on this map a little earlier, so I didn't feel really safe rotating this thing back by myself because, what do you know, look, there's Guntype on their side of their portal with a sniper looking right at me. So I'm gonna just kind of jump around, hang out, and since we have pretty good setup right now, we have the Hornet. Now the Hornet is really important, guys, because that's your eyes in the sky, that's your pressure in the air. That's pretty much the most important vehicle on this map. So if you have laser and you have Hornet, that's what basically the recipe calls for a good setup. So we have both. We have a hog pushing. We're a little tied up in keyhole right now, so I'm trying to keep a little eyeball over there on keyhole to make sure they don't push through, considering John's alone. Looks like Harp, aka Erupt, aka Mike, pushes through, but I do laser him, so I've got keyhole pretty much covered for now. Seeing as Avoided and Melo are going to go back to cover up, but in the meanwhile, since we have Hornet kind of hanging around, I think my main focus should be to look out for vehicles, which I am doing. So we got Steven and old boy Infection rolling around in a Jeep, and they're trying to draw the fire of a hog that they called out is on their side. So once they're able to lure that hog out, I can blow it up, and then I can maybe do a little more damage with these rockets if I start to burn this laser out. So for the time being, I'm more than happy just sitting around. So obviously, guys, this is a very tough team. I mean, if you didn't read the roster like I told you to, I can go ahead and read you the names of the guys we're playing right now. The names of the guys on the other team, you might have heard of them, include Guntype, Erupt, aka Harp, Respectful, Tarzan, aka Preston, Cody transferred, TriPPPeY, sSyphoN, and Phluxs, or Phluxer. So this is obviously a team of matchmaking gods, pros, kind of stacked up in the efforts to do some damage in BTB, but as you guys know, the bad guys always get away, so I think we were fine. But anyways, I'm gonna lock things down now. Seeing as we have our Hornet on their side, typically you wouldn't want to take laser down because you want to keep the laser safe and out of play. But I have a bubble, I have rockets, I'm feeling pretty safe. I just blew a hog up, so I feel like I could probably rotate down with this thing. I wouldn't get in too much trouble. We've got the vehicle support, and I've got personal backup in my back pocket with this rocket launcher and this bubble, so I should be fine. But you never want to be too safe, you can never be too safe, so I decided to rotate back, maybe check in case that camo's going to be up, which it should be in a little bit. Doesn't appear so. Looks like I've got 2 more teammates pushing since we got a flag out, so rather than kind of hang back and protect nothing, I should probably push up here. So I decided to do so. Teammate in the Hornet is rotating away, and then old boys in the Hog right now are fighting their own battle. So it appears as though a Hog is pushed through, and I end up wasting a laser on it, but Vegas, aka Skeeter, does take care of it. So it looks like TriPPPeY's in the air right now. He's in a Hornet. He's trying to evade me, which is smart, but he can't really get away, so he does kind of rotate back as I kill the next Hog, which consists of Cody, and then Old boy TriPPPeY leaned up against the wall, couldn't get too far away, so I managed to take care of him as well. So, in this position, if I drop the laser, it could respawn potentially, but I decided not to. I decided to go ahead and burn that regen, which is on their landing, and I decided to take this rocket launcher up to Keyhole instead, because in my head, I'm thinking, okay, we got the flag out through the front of the lift. These guys are all going to be around the Keyhole side of the area. The portal is going to be pretty much vacant, and if the portal does kind of get a little hot, our Hornet can take care of it. So, at this point, I put the laser on respawn, telling my teammates that laser's going to be up. It's really important that one of my teammates gets it in this situation. I end up grabbing their sniper, not timing it, obviously. Throwing down a bubble for Steven, rotating back slightly. Trying to see if he can stay alive. Unfortunately, Harp does take care of him, but Steven trades, making a big play there. So, right now, I'm just kind of watching out for avoideds. Looks like sSyphoN's trying to load up a hog with good old Respectful. Not gonna happen, boys. Not today. I get the double. I choke. I get a double reload on this stupid fucking sniper, and I'm trying to run back, but looks like Guntype soars out and takes care of me. Guntype was being really aggressive, being really smart. He was definitely one of the players to shut down. Obviously, this team is extremely tough, but the standout players to me, when we played them, were definitely Guntype and TriPPPeY. Absolutely tough players to go up against. So, I load up this hog with teammates, and we're going to rotate down towards the camo. We notice that Preston is going over to our side with a ghost. Not really going to work out for him. So, it looks like no one really listened to me and grabbed that laser, because it looks like Cody Northover, who's transferred, has that laser. Now, instead of prioritizing the hog, I really just wanted to kill the laser guy and get it out of play for a sec. Maybe so my teammates could push up and do something, but it looks like the hog driver got out and took control of that laser. So, we currently do not have laser control. But the good news is that even though we did sacrifice a bit of control, we got that first flag, we got that cap, and teammate got another pull, so we're able to potentially get a second cap in this situation. So our giving up of map control wasn't that big a deal. As you'll notice here also, it looks like Avoided got the laser off of the guy who had it, so that's actually really huge. My play right here, I'm thinking, is to help the flag guy. I noticed there's a hog here and people are soaring out, so other than fight, my choice here was to blow up the hog. Now, you might think, oh, bad play, right? But look, there are 3 guys in a bubble, and I blew up one of the hogs. There's another hog there, but they're not really going for it because it's out of reach from the bubble. So, I think instead of allowing them to load up that hog and protect that flag more thoroughly, I think my play there in suiciding to blow up the hog that was closer was probably the best play. Trading a kill there probably wouldn't have done a whole lot because, again, there were 2 other people there on top of the guy I was fighting, so it's not a huge deal. So Infection goes down, and it looks like John's going to push through. Keyhole setup is so important here, guys, because Keyhole is really the battle for the individually skilled kids, so if you're going to come here, you really got to be prepared to win some battles. Now, I take care of the hog here. I'm not able to trade with TriPPPeY, which is really annoying. I feel like I should have had enough shots on him to kill him, but whatever, it is what it is. This was Harp's host, by the way, so good old Mike had the New York host on him this game, so anyways, I'm going to rotate up into the base, and I decided to go back to Keyhole. I'm thinking maybe grab a bubble and a rocket launcher and maybe do some damage. So teammates here with the laser, that's really good. I grab this rocket launcher and I'm getting shot at. I throw a bubble, doesn't come out soon enough, and TriPPPeY ends up bodying me. So teammate gets my rocket launcher. He's sitting pretty, but he's got a sniper looking at him, so I think our next play here should be to rotate to Key and try to fight. Other than fight, though, I do spawn out in the open, and I choose not to shoot here. The important reason why is because I get a very kind of open spawn to where I'm vulnerable, and because I'm vulnerable, I choose not to shoot because I don't want to reveal my location to whoever's shooting me. So instead of shooting and giving up my location, I decide, hey, you know what, maybe I can sneak away. Either way, I died, but in a situation like that, you'll see again later this game, I get a spawn like that, where it is important that I be a little more discreet. So Flag's going through portal. These guys actually do have a chance of tying it up here. Respectful's hanging out, but I do out AR him here. Oh man, that good old UK connection for him wasn't enough, so I throw nades down, trying to stop the flag guy. It doesn't work out. They've got a bubble, so Guntype's going to be a monster here with those rockets, and they've got flag. Right now, we are currently 5 dead, so I decided to load up a hog here with Skeeter. Skeeter's not here, so I'm going to wait for someone else, and it looks like John's here. So John's going to load up, and we're going to try to get a stop on this flag, because currently our Hornet guy is trying to do damage, but it's just not enough. He ends up dying. So I'm honking at him, letting him know to kill the flag guy here, which we do. Guntype clutches up again. The guy you gotta shut down, Guntype, shuts us down, and he ends up killing us with the hog and running the flag. So, big play by him. Again, 5 down once again. Spawn out in the open yet again, choosing not to shoot, telling my teammate next to me don't shoot, but because he already shot, I decide to shoot. Gives our location away, and we get mopped up off of our spawn. So obviously, not a great position to be in, but it's not a huge deal because even if we do trade this cap, these guys are going to give up quite a bit of control to do it. So it's important that we get these guys off of our side, take Keyhole back, get some kind of control over power weapons or vehicles, and then put the enemy team in a position where they have to set up. Now here's the good thing here that you guys noticed. All the while this was happening, my teammates were running a counter cap. I believe it was Vegas Odds God who was running it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Vegas was running the counter cap, and he got it so close to where I was able to keep Cody weak. We killed him. We killed Phluxs off our sniper side, and we're able to get the counter cap pretty easily. So getting that sneak from behind counter cap is really critical in this situation. We were able to pull it off pretty damn effectively, and it worked to our advantage because now we got the lead back. So I narrowly escaped this keyhole fight here. I'm thinking, you know what? Get a little ballsy here. What are you scared of? Avoided's got that blaner. He's going to take a Phluxs head off. And I can kind of sneak into this side of keyhole and just kind of bide my time, play gay. I don't like playing like this, guys, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I got a shotgun. I'm not going to do anything else with it, so I use Melo as bait. Melo gets shit on. Kill TriPPPeY, kill transferred, or kill whatever, Respectful, and good old Avoidance has got my back to blame transferred to clear the keyhole off. So these guys are a majority dead. They're just starting to respawn. It's important that we move off our spawn quicker because we can get to important parts of the map faster than they can. So by doing that exactly, Melo decides to pick me up in a hog. Now Melo's driving drunk. He's usually a better driver than this, but he decides to make a pretty this is a questionable play in my opinion. He decides to drive through the keyhole, but I trust him. He's a damn good player. He's on my team, so he decides to pull us through, and I guess it kind of works out. I mean, we soar out, and Mike's trying to kill us, but we kill good old Erupt, and I leave Melo here to die because right now their Hornet's up, and me stealing this Hornet is way more important. So now having the control of their Hornet, trying to get away, ignoring this guy because I don't want to die on one shot, I'm able to retrieve their Hornet, take it back to our side, and now once my shields get back, I'm able to do work on their side of the keyhole. So good old Respectful here, who had overshield, does get shredded by me. Guntype's here as well, shredding with that Hornet, getting some assists for my teammates. Infection gets a double kill, keeping Tarzan weak. He's in a bubble, he's not able to do much. John pushes up and gets the beatdown on him. Now, I'm thinking, I don't really want this thing. I can use a Hornet, but I'm more effective on ground, so I should probably pawn this thing off to some of our more vehicularly inclined teammates. So I see one. I see teammate here, and I say, hey, dumbass, get in the Hornet. So he drops his rockets for me because why take rockets in a Hornet? Kind of pointless. I take the rockets. He takes the flying machine, the Pelican, the good old fucking kite, and he takes it over. So I see Guntype here, and I decide to play runaway. So I shoot a rocket, kind of back off, pretend like I dipped, and then make him think I left. So he's over here, focused on something else. I shoot a rocket, and I kill him. So that was a good little bait and switch I did by myself there, with a little bit of help from the Hornet. So we currently have our Hornet as well. Since we have two Hornets, guys, that's such an easy setup to hold. Basically, you have two eyes in the sky. You don't even need to run hogs at this point. So realistically, all we got to do is establish some kind of control over their key or their portal, and we have a free flag cap. I mean, two Hornets, come on. Now, it's important that we check for laser, too, make sure laser's not in play, but right now I'm checking around for a bubble or a camo, because to me, that's going to be really important for me to use to push. But seeing as my teammates died on Keyhole, I reprioritize, I jump back up to Keyhole, I notice Tarzan's here, kill him, and then I trade a sSyphoN, getting a double kill, taking rockets out of play, getting two people off our Keyhole, allowing Melo to get a guy one shot, and then once my teammates push, Keyhole is back to being ours yet again. So I spawn close to Key. Now Steven tells me, hey, legit, let's rotate back to base. And I'm like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Shout out to my boy Steven, by the way. He's got a ton of BTB games on his YouTube channel featuring me and the bad guys. So please, I encourage you, I implore you, go to youtube.com/StevenRG95. I'm going to post the link down in the comment section below. Go watch some of these gameplays. They're live, they're HD, 1080p. Please make sure to watch them because you're going to see me scream and rage a lot like you've never seen before. So it's nice to see some live gameplay instead of commentaries. But, hey, can't go wrong with some commentaries. So, I've got camo. We have these guys 5 dead. I lift down. I'm going to check for laser, and it doesn't appear as though it's there. I'm not trying to really burn this camo timeout, so I'm trying to push as quickly as possible. Trying to establish some kind of control. My target here is the portal. So, I'm trying to look and see if I can grab another camo. Looks like it's not there. So, I've got bubble. I've got camo. This thing should start running out any second. So, once I get over onto the portal, I should be able to get a couple kills. So I put some shots on sSyphoN, and then I mop him up here. Not able to do much, and then I'm checking for rockets, not there. Grab the shotgun instead. This actually comes into play in a little bit. I'm seeing this hog is here. I'm trying to help our Hornet out by blowing it up. We call that special ed, by the way, but notice TriPPPeY's here. Not able to kill him for some reason. He kind of warriored that shot, but I'm waiting here with Infection, who's got rockets. He's got my back. sSyphoN pushes, and thank God Infection didn't blow me up because I was able to kill sSyphoN there without any help. Now, it's important we push here. Cody transfers the only guy in the base. John's got the rockets, and he's going to pull that flag. I've got to back him up here. TriPPPeY pushes. Unbeknownst to him, I've got the pumper, and we're going to go ahead and portal through and try to run this last bad boy home. So John is running that flag. Quick, 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 quick. I'm telling him stay on the portal, throw the flag to me. It doesn't really matter what he does because we've got the Hornet, so drop down. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shot Preston here, and I get a nade down on sSyphoN, getting him weak enough for my teammate to clean up potentially. Looks like someone else is soaring out, but we've got the flag pretty much on the landing here. All these guys have to work with is a regen, and it's not going to be enough because the Hornet is just going to shred. So I noticed Steven's up here on top of the keyhole. Again, a very gimmicky spot. This is really helpful, and it's really smart because if we did manage to lose keyhole, or we were man down on keyhole, and these guys decided to push through, then Steven would be able to just completely rape them with the rockets up there. So I hit good old Erupt again with a nasty insta-splode, and instead of hanging out, I decided to rotate down, helping out the flag guys here. Teammates back in the Hornet, and I noticed that there's a guy here to my left. It's sSyphoN. I AR him because, well, don't really need a BR in that situation, I guess. So transfer's one shot. I'm trying to bait him out. His rocket goes right through me, and we end up killing him. With pretty much nothing left in the game to go, we capped that flag, rounded things out with a 3-1, and that's going to be it. So if you followed along properly, you should have a broken radio and 3 blue flags in your living room by now. But this game, I had 25 kills, 9 assists, and 13 deaths. That's positive 12, and most kills in the lobby against the best online kids on the game. So I could have had a worse time. But thanks for viewing as always. Be sure to subscribe if you like old radios. Love you all so much. Catch you guys later.
Dude, he's just playing like a faggot. Fucking Legitsky.
Yeah, he's there.
God
he has
damn,
one more
this kid
then.
needs to fucking kill
He has
him.
one more.